Okay, so tomorrow, while I'm out in the meeting, you'll have this. This is kind of like for fun also, because once we're done with this, you can actually give this to, well, let me first show you the word. So let me start with this. You see the word up? The word up tells you that that's the total. So of 52, who's the total? 52. Now, of 120, who's the total? 120. Check this one out. This one says of what number? So do we know the total? No. So of what number means that I do not know the total, because it says of what number. So I'm going to show you the difference between the one that says of and the one that says of what number. Okay? So I'm going to show you here what you're going to do tomorrow. So it says, what is 10% of 52? It's not really a story, but I saw the percent. So what's my strategy? Proportion. Good. So I'm going to create two ratios that are equal. That's proportional. Percent always means out of 100. And that's 10%. So who goes on top? 10. Question with that part? Guys, this 10 out of 100 is the same thing as me saying 10%. L is L. Just so you know, if you still haven't gotten that all this week. 10% is this, 1000. Okay, they're equal. But this is in fraction form and this is in percent form. Now we need to label. Who's the 100 always in percent? And who would be the 10 in this case? The percent. We don't really know nothing because it's not a story. So this would be basically the part. So I'm going to just put a P for percent part. Questions with that part? Now, this is why we need to know the keyword of or out of. Of 52 will tell you that this guy is the total. Or if I say out of 52, it tells you that 52 is the total. That tells you that I have to put 52 on the top or on the bottom. Questions? Esta palabra of tells me that that 52 is the total. That's why he belongs at the bottom. Sometimes they'll use the word out of, same thing. It tells you he belongs at the bottom. So what do we not know? We do not know the part. We know the percent is 10%, but we don't know how much is that of the 52. Once you have that, we know what to do. 100 times x, 52 times 10. What do you do when there's zeros? You just put the number 52 times 1 is 52, and then how many zeros do you see there? You just add it. Questions? Now, how do I solve for x? Set m, right? Set m. So this means multiply, so the inverse of multiplication is to divide by 100. What you do to one side, you do to the divide by 100. Now these hundreds cancel. The x is by himself. Now what can we do here to make it easier? 1 0 will cancel 1 0. So the new problem is really 52 divided by 10. So I can go to the bottom now and go 52 divided by 10. Put your decimal at the end. Some of you are messing up with that. And then you start. 5, is that enough? 52, is that enough?
Yes.
Times what? 5. Bring down the 0. You add a 0, bring it down. 20, is that enough?
Yes.
Times what? 2. So x equals 5.2. Questions? So what's 10% of 52? 5.2. That's what they're trying to say. What is 10% of 52? 5.2. Now, once you do that, you're going to come over here and you're going to find the heart that belongs here. Now, what you're really doing is you're creating Valentine's cards. So like that, you will cut it. Once we get close to Valentine, you're gonna cut it, and it's your chance, boys. to share your feelings to that special girl that you have here. Or girls, same thing. Good sir, but this is your chance, sir, if you want. Okay? So 90, is that the answer? No. 13.2, is that the answer? Tampoco. 38.4? Right there. So if you think that somebody special here's red hot, here's your chance. You're going to cut this little heart and you're going to paste it here at the bottom. And then once we get close to Valentine's Day, we're going to cut the card, and in the back, you can dedicate it to somebody that you feel is red hot. Okay? Questions? Any questions? Let me. So listen. Let me do one that says of what number. Please listen. So this one says 85% of what number is 102. I see the 85%, so I'm going to do the strategy of proportions. What goes on the bottom? 100, and the top 85. Let's label who's the 100 always in percent. The total, who's the 85, the part. Questions with that? Now look at this one. Of what number? So do we know the of? Who was the of always? I just told you who's the of. The total. So do we know the of? No. So what should we put in total this time? X, because we do not know it this time. You understand? Now that means that the 102 has to go on the top this time. Another way you know that the 102 is the part is this word is. Is will tell you that this guy is the part, so he goes with a percent. Of tells you that that number is the total, so he'll go there. But this one they say of what number, so no sabemos el número, and when we don't know something in math, that is the unknown, so we use a variable x or whatever you want to put. You don't always have to put x, by the way. For example, you're thinking of your girlfriend, let's say your girlfriend is Nikita, and you're always thinking of her, well, you put m. For all the variables, you put m. And if your boyfriend is Dominic, well, you put D. You never know, Dominic, maybe you have pants. Okay? ¿Ah?
Si alguien se llama Robert,
Ese soy yo. Si estás pensando en escribir la carta, ponle la R. Okay? ¿Está bien?
Okay, I don't even want to do that anymore.
Any questions? Now, once you set it up, we do the same thing. I'm not going to go over this part. You'll find the answer and so on. Questions? So, what does of mean in math? Total. Of 52, of 10 means the total is 10, the total is 52. Of what number do we know the total? No. We don't know the total. Okay? What do you mean in this one? What do you do? The same thing. Who's gonna get the X? Total, because of what number? Of what number? Who's gonna get the X? Total. Of 60, who's gonna get the X? Part, because they gave you the total of. Of 250, who's getting the X? Part. You get it?
Yep.
So no matter if they reverse the sentence, it still tells you of what means the X, of means the other one. Any questions? So you'll fill up your whole cards first. Then you'll cut the little heart that belongs. It's going to be a strip only. It's not going to be a whole page like this. It's going to be a strip because I didn't want to waste paper. So it's going to be a strip for each of you. And you start pasting it here on top of the division. You can paste it on the bottom. Color it nicely. Then when we get close to Valentine's, if you want to, you can turn them around. Put your dedication to that special girl, special boy, or your mom, or your dad, or your grandpa, or your dog, I don't care. On every card, or one card only. And then what I'll do is I'm going to laminate it for you once you color it nicely because you want to impress that girl or boy. Then I'll laminate it for you nicely so it could be now even like a hard plastic so it can be there forever. Okay? And as I'm laminating, I can start reading what you're saying. No, just kidding. I won't read your part. I'll just dig into the laminator. I'll never know what you wrote. Don't panic that I'm gonna be seeing like, no, that's your problem. That's why you're gonna bring it just with a word. I'm gonna grade it. Then in Valentine's Day, I'm gonna return it for you if you want to do that and give it to somebody, your friend. It doesn't have to be somebody that you wanna impress. It could be your friend. Okay. I've heard like, especially the girls are pretty good with that. They say, "Oh, you're so beautiful" to each other, right? That's not nothing bad. You can put something there. Okay. So you could say, "Oh, you're my guy, my babe." Well, that one is a little bit like okay. That one. Ooh la la. Okay. So hopefully you have fun with this, and hopefully we have brave souls that will give me something to give. And I'll be that delivery guy. I'll be Cupid man. I'll give it to you, that person for you. Okay. We'll put a little pencil. Okay, so that's for tomorrow. I'm not going to be here. I'll be in the library. So